Hey, Gus. You see my dog? Right there? Gus. Hey, what's up? This is Lord Goop. I am here for my 1-year review. What a weird way to start the video, huh? But yeah, anyway, I wanted to do a 1-year review of my YouTube channel and just talk about some things about how far I've come and where we are going and what I want to achieve. I have a whole idea of making this video. But anyway, just to start an introduction, my name is Brett. It's my real name. I'm 27. I love to play video games. I have a family, a wife, and 2 kids. And yeah, I'm pretty average. You could say. That's basically all I have for an introduction. Let me just talk about this video, because this video, I want to start by saying that it's going to be a 3-section video. I'm going to talk about the past, I'm going to talk about the present, and I'm going to talk about the future of Lord Goop as a YouTube channel. So, first things first, in the past, we have so far, here, let me push to, should I be on the left or the right side? Ooh, which one? Ooh. Put this bad boy up. All right. I think I'll be on this side. So, we have 159 videos. None of them are private. All of them are public. You can watch all of them right now. My first video ever put out was Crow Country on May 20th. And you might be thinking already, Brett, you're filming on May 12th? It's not even a year yet. Well, shut up. I'm doing future proofing. I don't know. I have some time. I want to play some games. Anyway, we'll get to that. We have 159 videos. And if you see me look down a lot, it's because I'm looking at my notes on my phone. Anyway, I wanted to kind of quickly skim over the game series we've played through or played, and just talk about them a little bit and what I liked about them. So the first game obviously we played was Crow Country. Let's see. This is a 6-part series. I played it pretty fast, actually. I uploaded it pretty regularly. It was like every 2 to 3 days, it seems like. My schedule at the time was like Monday, Wednesday, Friday, or something like that. I can't remember. But yeah, let's just watch a little bit of it. I don't know. What's my most watched one? I think it's my first one. It's 59 views. We can just take a look at my first video. And yes, I use ad block. Okay. It's only on myself. This is just my I have YouTube Premium. Anyway, I don't gotta explain shit. Well, hello. My name is Lord Goop, and welcome to my first video. Today, we're gonna be playing Crow Country. I sound cringe. Saw this on Steam. Actually, I saw it as an ad one time when I was scrolling through Facebook, and something in me was like, yeah, I'm going to start making videos, and this is going to be my first game. All right, so right there, I already want to say this is probably the best game to start with as my first video series. Like, it was a banger of a video game, and I enjoyed every minute of it. Let's just skip through this a little bit. I want to shoot things, man. Where's the scary? You ever notice I like my own videos? I don't do it anymore. I could, though. All right. That's enough of just watching cringy old me. Yeah, I really enjoyed playing this series especially, too, because I love the horror aspect of it. It was so cool, indie horror, like the old Resident Evil, even a little bit of like old Silent Hill in a way, but more Resident Evil-esque because of all the action. But yeah, I really enjoyed this as a first game series. I think that was awesome. Then we played Hades 2. I ended up stopping the series after 8 episodes. I mean, it was obvious you guys were enjoying it. But yeah, I stopped because I was getting frustrated at how hard it was. And so I didn't continue the series after that. It was okay. I did enjoy playing Hades 1 on my own free time a long time ago, but Hades 2 was still in early access. It still is, and I might come back to it eventually. The next one we have is Dave the Diver. I played 11 episodes of it, and honestly, I enjoyed playing Dave the Diver. The only thing is that there was just so many mechanics that kept coming out. It was a great game. I love how much effort they put into it, and I would honestly play it on my own. It was just hard to keep up with, and being a second or third, it was technically a second game that I played, because when I was playing Hades 2, I was bouncing between Hades 2 and Dave the Diver. And so I would play both of them on a weekend, and it was just kind of hard to keep up with. Balancing 2 games, I just had to put it down. And honestly, if I had to play it, I'd play it again. I know I did try to play it one time and like make a video on it. I think I still have it, like the footage of it, and I ended up not releasing it because I wasn't very communicative. It was just kind of bland, and it was whatever. The next game series I played, Elden Ring. I did a full playthrough. I played the whole thing, even the DLC. I played all of it. Not a very huge series that I played. Still great fun. Near the end, though, when I was making videos, I was just grinding out bosses. I did not stop. I just mainly made shitty cuts in my video editing software, and I was like, okay, just get to the good parts where I'm fighting bosses instead of like running around to each section, because I'm still kind of fresh with all of this, and I wasn't really talking that much. So the ending got a little boring, and then I ended up not even finishing the DLC because the boss was so hard. The end boss of Shadow of the Erd Tree is stupid hard. And even with a full dex build with Mimic Tier, I couldn't do it. So I ended up, canning that idea and just finishing the whole game, like the regular game. I might go back to it. If not, no big deal. I mean, I'm still fine with not finishing it. I had a great time playing it. It's the first time I actually beat the game on my own, and yeah, I enjoyed that. One other thing I wanted to do is I started to do little one-shots, and I started to do random horror games. So the first horror game I played was Shinkansen Zero. That was a good horror game. It was like I'm on observation duty, but more physical because you could move through the world, which was really cool. I liked that idea. And I think that was a good start to playing horror games. And then I played some smaller ones like My Adaptation into Human, really lame horror game that was really bad. I played Milk Inside a Bag of Milk, which was also a very interesting game. It wasn't bad, it was just short and weird, but still good. I also played Animal Well, another game I thought about making into a series, but I didn't really follow through on that because it's a platformer and I wasn't a huge fan. I'm still not a huge fan of platformers. I just made it a one shot, so I didn't have to keep playing it. And obviously it wasn't received very well. I only had 3 views. Another series that I started, I didn't really continue, was Creepy Tale. I played 1 and 2, I still have, there's 2 more. There was 3, Creepy Tale 3, and then there's like a spin-off Creepy Tale that I was going to play, and I will still play them in the future. I have a huge backlog of horror games to still play, and this is definitely one of them. I would love to touch back on Creepy Tale because I did like them. It's like a it's not like a point and click, but it's like a 2D side scroller horror puzzle game. It's good. Flathead was good. Definitely a creepy, spine tingling game. Another game I didn't finish. Literally, I did beat it. I think I beat it. But I didn't actually do all of it because there was more to the game that I didn't actually touch on. And it was more of like a one shot for me, but still a good game. Next couple games, I played Super Normal. It was a subpar horror game. It wasn't that crazy. It had like voice features, but it really didn't work, and it just was all right. At Tony's is a pizza indie horror game. It was all right. Just your average indie horror game. It's really nothing that much to write about. Still pretty decent. Played Untitled Goose Game randomly because I just needed a game to play that wasn't a horror game and wasn't Elden Ring, because obviously I was playing that, and Dave the Diver, which I think this is the last one I played, was 11. Rewind or Die, a Puppet Combo spinoff that was actually pretty decent. I don't remember it too much. I think you're like in a movie, like a old Blockbuster kind of, but it was different. Not bad though. I do recommend it. It wasn't like my favorite indie horror game, but still decent. And this is when the channel really started to pick up in the algorithm. I played Supermarket Simulator, and that was an adventure in itself. First off, it was my first video to hit 100 views, which is crazy. I started because in the game, when it first came out, it's in early access, it didn't have music in the game. So I would take copyright-free music from the internet and put it into my video, and I had to copyright. There was some like copyright strikes against me, and it was a whole debacle. Not very fun. It was definitely a struggle to make this video, but I enjoyed playing the game for what it was. I definitely enjoyed the hype that I got for playing it, and it was definitely. I think I ended up playing 3 more, and that's when I really started to understand that I didn't want to keep playing it, because they then implemented music later, and it was all copyright music, and I just let the copyright be there, and I didn't want to even deal with it, so I stopped playing it after that. And then I started playing BioShock in August. I loved playing BioShock 1. I've never actually beaten BioShock 1, and I actually successfully did that. This was another one of those games though too where it had a lot of copyright music, and there was nothing. I appealed some of them, but some of them I couldn't get away with it. So Five Nights at Freddy's Into the Pit, that was a good game. Another game that I didn't 100% it. I did finish the game, and I got one of the endings. I didn't get all of the endings though. I didn't have all the hidden collectibles. I do remember that, but still a good spin-off Five Nights at Freddy's game. I would love to play more of Five Nights at Freddy's games. I'm kind of a Five Nights at Freddy's fanboy. I'm not like a weird fanboy, but I do like Five Nights at Freddy's. And I would happily play more. Kindergarten. It's funny. I do remember this series because my daughter just started going to kindergarten too. It was very fitting. So this game, if you haven't checked out this series, very, very enjoyable. And this is actually on my birthday. I released a video. Hazing Night Shift, another subpar indie horror game that I just had in my backlog. Nothing crazy, again, nothing crazy to write about, but still, it was all right. The Room. The Room was a game that I wanted to just kind of play through because it was easy to pick up, and at the time I had some like time restrictions, so it was just easy on my schedule, and it really picked up for some reason. I don't know why people liked it so much, but I'll happily play. I have all of them, so I'll happily play more of them. It's just a prank. That's literally what the game is called. It's just a prank. A indie company out of Russia. I do remember it being kind of scary, but it was also kind of weird. So again, you're gonna hear this a lot. Another subpar indie horror game, and I think that's what I've been playing a lot of. But we finished BioShock in September, early September. Finished up the room. There was the second part. See, there's a bunch of copyright strikes. Look at all of them. I couldn't do anything about it. I even says I had a dispute and it got rejected. So, and I'm not about to buy the rights to a song after already playing the game too. So I stopped. I actually stopped playing it on September 12th because, again, same thing, a bunch of copyright strikes that I'm just not going to fight. Fuck that. Anyway, I played World of Horror after that. It was a horror roguelike game, and it was decent. The UI was really confusing to look at, and I didn't really care for how the playstyle was. I'm sure if I dove more time into it, it would probably be more interesting, but again, at this time in my life, I'm like half a year deep into it at this moment, like making videos. I was just kind of looking for a game that I could get hooked on and just play it. So it wasn't really my thing. Then I started playing Darkest Dungeon 2, which started to do really well for in my point of view. And I love Darkest Dungeon, dude. I love Darkest Dungeon. The first one was so good. And I've bought it on multiple platforms. I have it on PC, I have it on Switch, I have it on PlayStation. I just loved it that much. Darkest Dungeon 2, though, it's different. It is not the same game, and it kind of disappoints me. I do enjoy the roguelike aspect of playing that game, but it's not Darkest Dungeon 1. And that's what I wanted. Like, I just wanted an adaptation of that, and it was just it was good, but it just didn't give me that same feeling. So I stopped it after 6 episodes, I think. And I think I was going on vacation or something, and I was gonna play it again, but I think I was over it at the end. Another horror game, Silver Chains, was an indie game. It wasn't another subpar indie horror game, but I was drinking G Fuel at the time, and I don't know what it is about G Fuel, like the powder in water, it would like make me not feel good after drinking all of it. So I remember my commentary getting really bad near the end of this because I'd start really hyped up and then it would slowly descend into like being really low energy. So yeah, not my greatest moment, but still a good game. I started playing Signalis. Oh man, Signalis, that game. I really wanted to like that game. You know, I was basing off all these games I was playing have been like, they had high reviews on Steam, so I just assumed that they were good. And I picked this one up and I started playing it, and it made me feel like I was playing Crow Country, but it was like the story was really convoluted and weird, and I'm still not really big on. I'm getting better about it, but I'm not a huge reader. Typically when I played video games, I didn't really read any of the notes and shit. So this is like a new thing for me. And don't get me wrong, I've enjoyed doing it for videos. It's actually made me feel more in depth into my videos, and into the game itself. But this one was crazy. I know it ended abruptly too. I think I still have the last video I made. I didn't actually release it. I didn't edit it. I just was kind of over it because I kept losing. Like, I was stuck. There's no melee. There's only like a shove option. And I had no ammo, and I like fucking landlocked myself. I don't know. I just wasn't enjoying playing it. I could go on about that, but you know, whatever. If you like those kinds of games, you should definitely check it out. It's definitely a decent game. Frostpunk 2. That game. This is like a Darkest Dungeon 2 thing. I loved Frostpunk 1. And when Frostpunk 2 came out, it's like, it's not that it wasn't good, it just like, it didn't give me that same feeling of like a city builder sim that was so good. Like, you had to build it around the generator. And now Frostpunk 2 is like, it's so like socially engineer driven. Like, oh, it's all about social politics in this one. And that's not like what I enjoyed about the first one. I like the opinion of like how your villagers are feeling in your city, but it's like the main thing is that you're trying to survive, and this cold winter is coming, and you gotta build up. Like, who the fuck cares? I don't know. Maybe I know this is a game that I think this is when I went on vacation and I had to stop, but maybe I just didn't play it enough, and I should go back to it because I definitely enjoyed it. And I didn't play it enough I feel like I didn't play it enough to really give a solid opinion on it. So maybe check that one out again eventually. Spin-off game, Squirrel with a Gun. Really corny. Fucking, you're a squirrel and you're using a gun to like jump. I don't remember. It's a squirrel platformer, and you use the gun to like kill people, and then your dad is driving a tank. I don't remember. I stopped. That game was too much. It actually did really well though. 338 views. But yeah, 338 views. Crazy. Then we played more Signalis. All right, this one. What the Car. I should have kept playing more of this, obviously. This is the first video that actually blew up for me. I don't know how the fuck or what happened. It caught in the algorithm, but I got almost 9K views on one video of me playing What the Car for 40 minutes. And don't get me wrong, I like the game. It is like a goofy game about being a car in different puzzle aspects, and nothing about it was bad. It was just crazy to me that it blew up. I think it was like my thumbnail. I only took the actual thumbnail of the real game and then slapped my logo on it. This is when I wasn't like very intuitive with my thumbnails. I mean, I kind of went in depth with the supermarket simulator. I made different thumbnails, but the What the Car one was super fucking lame. I don't know how. YouTube liked me that day, and they gave me a good algorithm push. So thank you, YouTube. I appreciate you. All right, coming up to like halfway, we started to do. Oh, okay. So the start of horror month was I played Mouthwashing, which was an excellent indie horror game. Story driven. That was a lot of reading too, but yeah, that one was awesome. You haven't watched it, you definitely should. I did pretty well for those videos as well, so definitely, I don't want to say too much because if you haven't watched it, you definitely should. One of my top favorite horror games for sure. And then, so we started playing Silent Hill 2, and that traded out all the way until the end of the month, because what happened was I got stupid sick in the middle of October, like stupid sick, and I could not make videos, and I'm still sad about that. But yeah, Silent Hill 2 remake, fantastic game. There's not really much. I loved that game. It was beautiful. I'm glad I could play it for my channel. It was awesome. We played Faith, the Holy Trinity. I only played the first Faith, and it was okay. The controls were really wonky. I'm probably not going to play the rest of them. And then, to really spice up the end of October on Halloween, I did my first random horror games video. And I did pretty well. Got 69 views. Very nice. And yeah, I played... What did I play? Let's look at this. I played the Silk Bulb Test. I played While We Wait Here. I played Fear the Spotlight demo. And then I played Grun. All fantastic games. I don't want to keep harping on all my videos because we still got a lot to go. But yeah, I started playing random horror games. I played The Plucky Squire. I do remember that. That was a short, cool little game by Devolver Digital. I played Thank Goodness You're Here. This is a European horror or European humor game. It was funny, but it definitely was quirky in its own thing. Ignited Entry. That was a cool indie horror game that actually was a free indie horror game too, and it did get me. Oh, I meant to say too, Silent Hill 2 was the start of Facecam. I started doing Facecam for Halloween. It was a big turn of events. Also, in the middle of Plucky Squire, I played Monster Hunter Wilds beta. Obviously, nobody really liked that. I started playing Red Dead Redemption, the first one, and it wasn't up to my expectations because I was watching my wife play. Well, not play. We were watching one of our favorite YouTubers play Red Dead 2, and it reminded me on how good it was. So I tried Red Dead 1. I ended up stopping and probably not going to pick it back up because it's a little, I don't know. I think it's overrated. Hot take. First video with my dad, I played I have it labeled as Fart Night, but I played Fortnite with him. And the reason why the title is like this is because I used I paid for this website that helps you with your YouTube algorithm, and it will make these YouTube titles and how clickable your video is. So that's why it's named that. I stopped using that after that. I like my titles. I don't give a fuck if you don't like them. So then I played another random horror games. What did I play? I played Blood Cleaner, Delivery Mystery, Dollmare demo. Oh yeah, that's when I played that. All good games. I ended up playing Dollmare later, like the full release, and that was a good game. And then we're coming up to the present here. I played Threshold, which was made by the people who made Mouthwashing, and it was still a good game. It wasn't really horror, it was more thriller, and definitely it didn't, in my opinion, it didn't live up to the hype of Mouthwashing. Mouthwashing was so much better, and Threshold was shorter. It was still good though. I'll give them that. It was still good. I've been talking. Hold on. Need a drink. All right. Anyway, I played Factorio. This was a video that I had already pre-recorded because I just liked playing. I love Factorio. I love resource management. So it was an easy, quick game. I didn't have any videos recorded for that week, so I just threw it up there. Path of Exile 2. I love me a good action RPG. I love Diablo. I loved the first Path of Exile. And so I decided to get the Path of Exile early access and play it. And it did all right. It wasn't great. It still, I don't play it now, but it was still okay. Amanda the Adventurer 2 was interesting. It is, I didn't play the first one for my channel, but I played the second one on time and it seemed like it did well, but it wasn't, I would say it's not as good as the first one. The first one is definitely better, more scary, and yeah, that's just all I have to say about that. I did go on a tangent and I did like a Final Fantasy 14 online long play with no commentary. Again, I was in like this like phase of like wanting to play games. I wasn't feeling good, and so I decided to make a no commentary video of me just grinding out some main quest line of Final Fantasy 14. It's honestly not even that good of content because I'm not even like listening to the quests. I'm just doing the quests, you know. So whatever. It was a one-time thing. I'm probably not gonna do it again. And then Christmas comes around. I released this on Christmas Eve. I did 3 Christmas horror games. That was Christmas Nightmare, Christmas Night, and then Christmas Massacre. A part of that, I really wished Christmas Massacre was better. And that was the puppet combo game. And it was just like you're just Santa and you're like going through and massacring people. It was whatever. Probably my least favorite puppet combo game. I played Cabin Factory after that, which I'm surprised didn't do better because that game was really cool. It's just like spot the difference with cabins, and it was definitely interesting. My buddy for Christmas bought me
Stalker 2.
It was a little glitchy. It was just hard to pick up like a big game. I was still like figuring out what I wanted to do with my content. So yeah, this kind of fell by the wayside. A quick horror game that I played was I'm on Observation Duty 7. It was the most recent one. I don't have all the other ones, but I know this is the current one, and it was still fun to play. Did okay. I would happily go back to that if I didn't have a horror game that I didn't want to play. I started playing Metaphor after that. And honestly, I will go back to that. I keep saying this, but I will go back to that. I loved Persona, and I talk about it in other videos, but a lot of people say Metaphor is like one of the best RPGs under Persona, but I didn't give it enough of a chance because I only played 3 hours. And most games, like especially JRPGs, you gotta sink like 10 hours into a game before you even get anywhere. So that's a game I definitely want to come back to. And coming up here on the end, I played a couple other games. I played a Chillazart game called Cursed Digicam. Honestly, it was mediocre. You're going around a park finding your child. I don't really remember. I think you like murdered your child or something like that. It was super generic. There's that Dollmare game that I ended up playing. It's just the mechanics got more in depth as you went on, and it was still a decent game. I would give it like a 7 out of 10. It wasn't fantastic, but it wasn't bad either. I played a parkour horror game called Finding Frankie, which was honestly pretty decent, but then it fucking like nosedived right at the end. It wasn't really all that scary anymore. I remember the boss was all fucking dumb. And then I started doing this idea of first looks, which is like I play like a new game that is out and I play a little bit of it and I call it a first look. So I played Witchfire, and that one did actually pretty well for some reason. I don't understand why, but it was a good one. What do they call that? Is a first person like roguelike shooter game, which was really, really fun. I played it on my own for a little while after that too, so now all this is all the content I made. I started playing the Fears to Fathom games because they're episodic, so I figured I would start knocking those out for horror games instead of just doing like one horror game every week. I started actually dedicating to doing horror game series, and I started doing Fears to Fathom. They're obviously not that popular, but then I started playing Poppy's Playtime, and that is where I started to take off a little bit. You know, I got 91 for chapter 1, I got 117 for chapter 2, and then up here I did chapter 3, I got 73, and then I 2-parted chapter 4, which I really could have 3-parted, but I 2-parted it, and I got 146 and 134. So, definitely good. My favorite chapter, chapter 3, 100%, without a doubt. I did an Avowed First Look, which was a Obsidian RPG. Pretty decent game. I didn't dive into it deep enough to really get an opinion on it, if I'm being honest. I started playing Monster Hunter Wilds, but I was getting too involved on my own, and I didn't want to always make videos on it, so I just kind of started playing it on my own, and so I stopped making videos and didn't continue, but still like the game. The game's great. And then my last video, I made a Disco Elysium part, and it actually did pretty well. 73 videos, or 73 views, which is surprising. I didn't expect it to do that well, and I hate to say it, I'm probably not going to do more because I have another game queued up. Which now that we're at the end of all the videos, we talked about them all, which is crazy. I don't even know how long this is. Let's see. 39 minutes. That's actually not too bad. All right. Let's get more personal here. Look, there's my dog. There he is. You see his fat ass tongue, kind of. Not really. So let's talk about the present. Just a little couple talking points here. I want to talk about what is being done right now in my current situation. So I went on a hiatus recently because I had to make a move. I used to record, me and my wife lived in a townhome in a city, and we were trying to purchase a house after getting married. And the housing market is a little fucked up still, and we were unable to purchase a house without renewing our lease, and our rent was going up. So, whole life story, don't really need to get into it. Anyway, so now we moved. We live with family, and in my family's house, not our house. It's like our whole family. Anyway, if you catch my drift. And now I'm in my room. So it's been a lot of adjustment, and that's why I have been away, and I haven't been making videos. And this is my explanation as to why. Mention my current setup. I'm in my room now. It's not that much of a difference. I was recording in a basement at one point. This is a little more of a comfortable setup. I've changed my setup to be more fitting, and the setup's obviously always going to be ever changing. I'm not going to just have the same setup for the rest of my life. I don't really know why I made this a talking point, but who cares? Talk about my achievements I've made up to this point and what I like about them. I really like how much progress I made within a year. You know, we've made, I'm at 123 subscribers. I have, what's my analytics here? I don't know, total views. I think I'm at like 15K or something like that. I've made that as an achievement, but anyway, obviously I'm pretty happy with that. I've just 1 year, I've made over 100 subscribers. That's awesome. In my opinion, that's awesome. I never thought I would even get that far within a year. I'd also like to talk about things I failed on. I kept dropping game series because of fucking, I don't even know. Like, I am struggling to come up with a consistent schedule of recording, editing, and then posting. I had a system where I was posting Monday through Friday, and then I had backed off of that where I'm doing 3 days, and then it became 2 days, and then it became once a week. And it just seemed like I kept diminishing how much I was posting, and it was just hard to deal with. So I'm still trying to figure out a way to get into that without really burning myself out. Because I don't want this to feel like a chore. I'm obviously very much enjoying doing what I'm doing. I wouldn't even be doing this right now if I didn't. So all work in progress, and I want to be able to stick to my structured schedule. I need to really commit. I don't want to put down any more games. I want to finish them, unless obviously I'm not going to play a game I don't enjoy. So I'm not going to force myself to play anything. If I'm not enjoying it, I'm going to put it down, obviously. But I guess the main point here is that I want to make sure that I follow through and making a schedule, because that is what's going to skyrocket this channel, I believe, and help me progress into getting my content out to you guys. I guess just a couple things of what it means to me, of where we are right now. It means a lot to me that I've actually made it this far into 1 year. I've had issues with being consistent. I've had issues with being confident in myself. You know, before this, I actually did DJing stuff. I used to make music, and I kind of put that down because of personal reasons that I don't really need to talk about, but more or less, this is more me. I love video games, and I could talk about them forever, and I haven't really been able to accurately show that into a video. Before I made videos, I mean, when I play video games, I'm not talking to anybody. I mean, my wife would watch me play, and I'd like talk with her. Like, we played Dead Space together. She's watched me play Resident Evil 4. She watched me play through all of God of War Ragnarok, and like it's just hard because I'm not really the person that talks on video. I used to make videos with a buddy of mine, and I was the one that would sit behind the camera. I'm not the one in front of the camera making jokes or anything like that. So just big changes and still trying to adjust. I feel like this video is going to be way different because I've been very eager to get back. I've been on a hiatus for about 3 weeks now, and it's been too much. But I feel like another thing that really helps me with this is it's making me come out of my shell a little bit. The only problem that I'm experiencing with this is I'm judging myself too hard. I struggle with thinking like I'm not funny, and I mean in these videos, I mean I'm not. I mean I'm my own worst critic, you know. Everybody's gonna say that, so it's hard to tell what is and isn't good critiques of my own. So yeah, it's like a path of self-discovery when I'm making these videos, and I've enjoyed every minute of it, but I've also kind of hated it at the same time. But yeah, I'm kind of rambling. Coke break. All right, so that's pretty much all I wanted to talk about what's happening right now. Let's talk about the future of Lord Goop. So some of the goals I want to achieve for my YouTube channel is I want to start streaming. It's not going to be like an everyday thing. I still have a regular day job, and until this pays the bills, I'm not going to do that. But I'm going to try and do maybe like a once a month thing, and then maybe move it to like 2 times a month, like once every other week to once a week, and just like kind of move it up, you know. So we're gonna start, I'll set a date. We're gonna start streaming by next month in June. I will start streaming at least once a month, maybe twice. We'll work on the once first. I don't want to set unrealistic goals and not meet them, so I'm gonna do once a month streaming from here on out, starting in June. We'll set a date. Let's see what's a good date. So this will probably be a fluctuating schedule, but right now we'll plan for June 14th. I will do a live stream on June 14th. All right, I'm going to mark it down on my calendar right here. June 14th. First live stream. What we're gonna play, it's whatever I fucking feel like it. Yeah, so that was like the biggest, that's the biggest goal I want to achieve. I want to start streaming on multiple platforms, reaching out to more people so that they can see my content. I want to make more than just videos. I want to try and make reels, and I feel like when streaming, I can also record it and make clips and make little short videos, and I can also just post the whole stream on YouTube and wherever else. talk about new series ideas and games I would like to play and complete. I guess I didn't really think about new series ideas. I haven't really had a lot of time to think. I've been moving. But from this point forward, I might play more Disco Elysium. But right now, the next game I'm going to play after this video is Claire Obscure Expedition 33. This game has been on my radar and it's out and I'm ready to play it. I've been holding off. I've been playing Oblivion Remaster on my own free time, and so I've been wanting really badly to play this. And yeah, so that's what's up next. Okay, and just to wrap up this video, I know this has been kind of a, I don't know, this is about how long a review actually lasts in real life. At my corporate job, it lasts about an hour. So I guess to those who watch, what do you want to see from me? What would you like me to do? I'm always up to game suggestions. I will listen to anybody. Maybe if there's other ideas of how I should form my videos, if you got like ideas of things that are cool or things you want me to try, always feel free to message me. I have platforms on Instagram, Facebook. You can comment on my videos, anything. I'm always up to suggestions. I love feedback. I thrive off of that. And yeah, I want to find more ways to reach my content to other people. And I'm going to start posting on all platforms. As of right now, this is my plan. And, you know, just to wrap it up here, I love how far we've come in just 1 year. And if this is how far we can get in 1 year, I'm interested to see how far we can get in the next year. And in the next year, and in the next year, and in the next year, and shit like that. And you know, in the next year. Anyway, thank you for being here. Thank you for liking me. And I promise I like you. And I will keep doing this for you and for myself. Because, you know, before this, I just played video games like a bum. I feel like this gives me a little bit more of a reason to play video games and not call myself a bum. So, anyway, I'm thinking about changing my intro idea too. I keep saying the, well, hello thing, but I don't know. I feel like it's corny. I feel like I want to stop doing it. I just want to say, hey, it's Lord Goop. Hey, it's Lord Goop. But yeah, that'll do it for me. Thank you so much for coming to my 1 year review. And if you watch me only for my 1 year review, I'll see you on my 2 year review. No, I'm just kidding. Anyway, let me know what you thought about what I just talked about. Let me know if you have any suggestions. Let me know if you hate me. Let me know if you like me. Let me know anything. Let me know how your dog's doing. My dog's sleeping right there. And yeah, I gotta go make my wife some dinner. She's getting off work and it's time to make the din. Thank you so much for watching. I went a little bit Irish there for a second. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. If you like this, leave a like and a comment down below. If you want to see more content from me, subscribe. And I will see you very shortly. I don't know when. I still got to record the gameplay, but this is coming out first. So yeah, I will see you in the next video. Soon. Anyway. See ya.